and a visit in the studio with Damn Yankees.
Set your sights on me, 'cause I just might spoil your victory. Don't you dare, don't you tread on me. Don't you tread on me. Don't you try and make some fool of me. Don't you tread on me.
Guys, we're from ABC in Concert. We're here to speak with you and put you on our show.
Oh, yeah?
What? You're from where?
ABC in Concert.
Man.
Doing here. For what?
Jack, tell them. Tell them.
What do you get in here?
Well, we'd like to interview you for the show.
For ABC
Now?
Concert, you want to interview? We're so busy.
Oh, for the show while we're recording. Oh, let me get this right. Oh, you want to record us for the show.
Exactly.
Can they do this?
Look, we don't do interviews unless they're through our producer, Ron Nevis.
Ron.
Ron, that's Ron over there, Ron Nevis. You know Ron Nevis. I mean, he's the guy, you know, that's produced
Ron's in
like
charge.
Chicago Heart,
Ozzy,
Osbourne,
Kiss.
The Who, all those famous people.
Damn Yankees.
He's a very
He produced
famous
the
guy.
Damn Yankees.
He's a famous guy, and so, like, why don't you just take your little toy camera out there and just go talk to him, and we'll see if we can get this thing going.
Yeah.
And we'll just finish what we're doing here. Go on, shoot.
This is America. We have a job.
Bye. We'll see you guys later.
See, get a job like us. Be a damn Yankee.
Every major label on the East Coast turned you down before Warner Brothers signed you.
What a bunch of goers.
This industry's early reticence?
I take exception to the fact that some people claim labels turned us down. Rather, we turned them down. We didn't see a spark there, so we said, you might as well just leave because you don't get it. We're having much too much fun for those folks. It threw them.
That self-titled debut album is double platinum, right?
Yeah, why not?
The thing that's great about the Damn Yankees is we don't get things perfect. You know,
You noticed.
the flaws are part of the makeup of, you know, of the sound of the band.
Ted, you're still learning
check out the
that song,
guitar
aren't you?
player.
He still hadn't figured out the solo in that that he played on the last record.
We still rehearse in garages. Actually, we rehearse in Jack's barn sometimes now, too.
And Ted's garage.
So we went from a
garage.
garage band to a barn band.
Let's talk about your musical roots.
I grew up in Alabama, and I played a lot of soul music and played, you know, I'd go buy, like, the hit soul music for that week, and my band would learn it. We played, you know, when I was 13, 14 years old, I was playing 5, 6 nights a week in nightclubs down there. So a lot of my musical background was just learning, you know, week to week to week, learning the new soul songs.
All my influences were black. It was all soul, rhythm and blues, the blues, you know, the Motown stuff, Sam and Dave and James Brown and Wilson Pickett and Otis Redding and people that had a little more in their music.
I was very much influenced by the Beatles when I was growing up, and then of course when Cream and Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin. I mean, the album you did, you know, Physical Graffiti, was like, man, just left this big indelible, you know, mark.
I actually kind of just was mimicking them doing the R&B thing, and I kind of learned it by proxy. So that it was interesting the way that developed, because I didn't have that. I mean, I listened to progressive rock when I was in formative years, and that didn't have anything to do with this.
Damn Yankees took on a whole new meaning during the Persian Gulf War, where your music was a frontline favorite.
You gotta love that.
But on tour, you lowered a 15-foot wooden effigy of Saddam on the stage, and Ted, you shot him in the heart with a bow. What's
We're real proud of this country, and we play music that could have only been nurtured in America, rhythm and blues, rock and roll. And when we were at war, we felt the pulse, we felt the excitement, we felt the maneuvers, and we had a lot of people in the armed forces that really believed in us because we're called the Damn Yankees.
Okay, let's talk about Damn Yankees in the future. What's ahead?
Cool album, cool tour. You can be sure that when an album comes out, you've got your calendar nailed for at least a 20-month period. So we're booked till January of 1994 right now. Our lives are booked. Our duties, our responsibilities are basically nailed with this next #2 Damn Yankee record.
It's a simple life.
You know, we're doing this thing for the Olympics. We have a song that's going to be premiered actually during the Summer Olympics, and we're all going to Barcelona, Spain. And the title of the new album is "Don't Tread on Me," isn't it? Aren't we going to call it?
It's also good advice.
Don't tread on me. Which is so far.
Sort of the American Ted. Tell them where we came from.
Don't Ted on me. It's about being independent. It's about believing what you do, and that you want to be an asset in life, not a liability. Get a job. It's about standing up for what you believe in and playing the kind of music we want to play, because we're the damn Yankees and we'll do as we damn please. Damn it.
That sums it up. This is the part where they fade to the Roger Daltrey interview right now. I think that's
Well, we seem to run out of film.
The role of a record producer is similar to that of a movie director. My job is to basically realize potential. Take an artist from early days in songwriting and work with them, or find the songs. In the case of Damn Yankees, they write their own material. Encourage them, rehearse them before we get in the studio in a pre-production fashion. Take them into a studio like this, record the basic tracks, and then do overdubs, which is like playing along with yourself on the tape. Get all the performances we need and mix it all together, which is like editing phase, until we get a final mix, which is the finished product. With a band like the Damn Yankees, I stay with them mostly all year round in contact. I'd like to stay in touch with their writing. They kind of play me things over the phone that they've written. And when it gets near to the time when we make an album, that's when I kind of go up and visit them, and we start rehearsing. From the time we start the rehearsals to the time we finish a record is around 3 months. I kind of prefer the digital technology. A lot of people prefer the analog. They sound differently. I like the digital, not just for its sonic differences, but I like it because I can use it as a tool when I'm recording. For instance, on this digital machine right here, I have 32 different tracks of information that I can put on. A vocal, say a vocal track, a guitar track, as many as I want, up to 32. Each one of these represents a different input, different signal, a different instrument, a different microphone. And these here are an assortment of drums, guitars, and vocals. And they represent the tracks that I've recorded them on that correspond to this tape machine. And once they're recorded, if I want to see what's on in each individual track, I bring them up through this mixing console and mix them together. And I can add equalization, EQ, bass treble, reverb, echo delays, and all sorts of fancy.
Do you work on things that aren't your personal favorite? Can you
No.
passionately do that?
No, I can't. Passion is the key word. You have to have passion for what you're doing.
And now, the in-concert discography, brought to you by Frito-Lay's Sun Chips. Multi-grain snacks a little son never tasted so good.